on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Jump. My man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
I don't even know why I'm laughing right now. Young, what song is this? Is this a Christmas song you're playing right now, JB?
Sounds more like Halloweeny.
Halloween? This is a Halloween song to you? What is it to you, Chris?
Oh, the bells in the back.
I get Columbus Day vibes from this song.
Of course you do, you colonizer. Only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace.
What up, though?
Facts.
Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to leave a like button. If you listen to us on the audio platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. Big things coming up. Not really, to be honest with you. Just a lot of the same stuff. We're waiting for Brad Holmes to settle the second most cap space right
Lamar
now.
to Detroit.
Yeah. I'm over it. I'm not over it.
I'm over it. It's
I'm over
getting soap opera-y.
Yeah, I'm just done
I won't
talking.
sign. You will sign. I won't sign. I'm requesting a trade. Oh no! Lamar woke up from his coma, and it was his twin brother the whole time. Like, that's what it feels like right now, bro. Like, it's just getting mad soap opera, and you know,
His brother Jamar Jackson.
it was Jamar Jackson who won that DP, and then he went into a coma. I don't know, man. I don't care. I don't care.
That's literally where I'm at with it too.
Don't care.
I don't.
Yeah.
Like if he becomes like a Detroit Lion, like that'd be cool. I'm not against it. If he doesn't become a Detroit Lion, cool. I'm not against it. I just don't care. Although if he did become a Detroit Lion, you gotta assume like odds are going up, right?
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily something I like want, if that makes sense.
Lions do their over-under was set at 9 for wins via Caesars Sportsbook.
Disrespectful.
You jumping on that?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it is kind of disrespectful.
Yes, I'm jumping on that.
I'll jump on that too.
I pause, but
Hey, yo.
I'll jump on that after you
Resume.
homie hopper. What were you gonna say, Chris?
I was just gonna say my boy gave me a theory of Lamar Jackson going to Washington because he doesn't have to move in because Dan Snyder is a terrible owner and he will give him all the guaranteed money with no repercussion, knowing that he doesn't have to pay the bill at the end. And I mean it makes sense.
He
They already
seems
have
that petty to do some shit like that.
Apparently they're out though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think JB came
course.
right before the show.
The JB news break.
Yeah, the Commanders GM just said that he's out on trying to go after Lamar Jackson. So
Smart Mayhew, by the way,
he
former
doesn't even
Detroit
know
Lions
who's going to
GM.
be his owner.
What'd you say?
He doesn't know who's going to be his owner.
Yeah.
What if his owner comes in and says, go get Lamar?
Yeah.
I guess Meek Mill. So apparently everybody's representing Lamar except for an actual agent. You got his mom representing him. You got some random dude that the NFL said, don't listen to this guy.
NFL really did.
The NFL
They
was
really
like,
did.
This guy ain't it, making calls. And now you got Meek Mill.
Wait, did I ask?
You got Meek Mill going to Robert Kraft and saying the Patriots have signed Lamar Jackson.
That was my dark horse for him, though, to be honest with you.
Patriots?
Yeah, like Bill's spoken like really, really highly of Lamar in the past, and I mean he did the Cam Newton experiment. Like Bill's always kind of like low key taking in like I don't want to call him head case, but like the guys you never expected, like the guys out there.
Guys that don't
Everyone at
seem...
Lions fans, this guy wants to trade. Lions like, let's get him. Lions fans at least. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, you're right. Like Bill isn't afraid to go out there and get talent
Yeah.
if he knows what it is. And also,
Ivey.
can we put like I don't know if we should save this for an impromptu topic, but like it was JMO's birthday over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys were watching his story
I wasn't.
or paying attention to his posts, but like
What was he doing?
he was just wilding, bro. Lucas said he woke up at like 3 a.m. randomly stayed awake. And JMO went live on Instagram at 4 a.m. in his Trackhawk driving up. Can we put to bed, like, the Lions aren't going to draft this guy because he's not a culture fit? Like, JMO's not a culture fit, but he's talent, and they traded up to get him.
Yeah.
So, like, no, he's not nice. He's not focused.
Yeah.
JMO is somebody that you would look at and be like, oh, he's not a culture fit for the Lions. Like, he's not, like, doesn't have that Amon-Ra St. Brown kind of thing. But he's talented, and he's a baller, and the Lions traded up to get him. So
That's what it is. It's not like they're drafting a mindset, but it's not like, goody two-shoes mindset. It's I'm gonna come here and compete. I came to dominate. I came to win. I'm obsessed with this game mindset.
J-Mo was fooling on his birthday, bro. I love to see it.
J-Mo's that.
Young millionaire doing what he wants. Like,
Oh, for
I'll
sure.
be doing the same shit.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson was a little bit of like that, rumored to be that. Like, 100%. Like, they're going for their mindset is football. That's what they're looking for. That said J-Mo. I think it's something that I heard today. I don't remember which platform it was, but there's guys at Alabama saying he was like the best like special teams player to come through. Which like you think of that, like, well, he's not the kick returner for the Lions, but that just shows how much he loves the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's not here to be a DB wide receiver. He's here to like just compete and win every single rep he can, no matter like what type of rep it is. And I think that's what they truly look for. That's why I don't think Jalen Carter's out of the cards at 6.
I pray to God they draft Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
Like, it's your biggest position to need. He was a projected top 2 player in this draft. He's going to be sitting there for you. Do it. Do it.
I want it.
I want it. Like,
Yeah.
I need it.
I mean,
Calls you Chris Handsome. I want you, and I need you.
there's another defensive tackle, Detroit Lions fans, and this is one actually worthy of like trading for. Another one that was in the same draft class as Ed Oliver that some of you guys just blindly wanted because he's a former first-round pick. But Jeffrey Simmons of the Tennessee Titans, I guess reportedly he's disgruntled with them. If his cap hit, if I'm not mistaken, is like $10 million.
Yeah, this is last year of his rookie contract, obviously.
Now that's a guy. If Brad Holmes was that type of GM, which he hasn't seemed to be, but I think he's more just selective in those moments and those opportunities. Obviously, he was interested in acquiring Jalen Ramsey. Like, he's not totally opposed to like grabbing big names. You saw C.J. Gardner-Johnson land here too.
Yeah, you know, Simmons is looking pretty good
for the right price.
for the right price.
For the right price, he might,
He's been All-Pro second team and a Pro Bowler the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He had 8.5 sacks 2 years ago, 7.5 sacks last year. Like, he is a guy that can get after the quarterback. He is a guy that can do a lot of things, and I'd be cool with it. I'd be very cool with it.
And a lot of people too. And I got mad at anyone who mentioned, first, like foremost, obviously I'm completely out on trading for Ed Oliver, but anybody that mentioned anything higher than a 4th to 3rd round pick in the acquisition, because it just made no sense to me. Like, we just saw Jalen Ramsey go for a 3rd round pick. He's arguably the top 3, top 5 cornerback in the league. Before then, in the season, in season, we saw Roquan Smith go for a 2nd round pick. That is arguably the best linebacker currently in the NFL right now.
Arguably.
Like, I'm dismissing it out, but even a Jeffrey Simmons, like, I'm thinking probably a similar price range. Like, that's a really, really good defensive tackle. It's needed for the Detroit Lions, but I'm still thinking 2nd to 3rd rounder, maybe a 2nd and a 3rd rounder gets it done, and that's the high side for like how I look at it.
Yeah.
And again, I don't see NFL trades. I don't think a lot of NFL trades go down regardless without a top 15 guy being within there. Jeffrey Simmons,
He's
top
probably
15
want more
top
than
10 guy.
Darren Payne, though. He's gonna want
That is
Darren
true.
Payne. He's gonna want Darren Payne money.
And that's why the people who are against Jalen Carter in the draft should be for Jalen Carter in the draft, because you're getting a specimen at the position on a rookie deal for 4 years. You don't have to worry about the Darren Payne money. You don't have to worry about the paying a defensive tackle $20 million. And just think of the fit alongside Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people get excited about the prospect of Will Anderson, which I do too. A lot of people get excited about the prospect of Tyree Wilson. I don't think people actually necessarily get excited. It feels like, why would you pass up on that type of prospect? But like, James Houston did what James Houston did last year. I think he's pretty consistent in what he showcased for you on that field. Aiden Hutchinson was as well. Now you're throwing something's gonna make shit muddy in the middle. Like, demand double team just off his mere fucking presence.
Yeah.
Like, you looking across the line like, hey, bro.
I'm gonna need some
Say,
help.
bro.
I'm
I'm gonna need some help with this one
gonna
right
need some
here.
help with this one, big bro. Like,
Like, having him right there, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, it just opens up so much for the defense. And then everybody in the back end now is a playmaker. Cam Sutton tied number 1 in the league last year for interceptions and pass breakups. C.J. Gardner-Johnson led the league in interceptions, and he only played, 12 games?
Yeah.
Like, you got playmakers back there now, bro. Like, grab Jalen Carter if you can.
yes, please.
If not, I'm totally cool with the Jeffrey Simmons situation. But this whole...
That's gonna be a lot of money, though.
It is. It is.
You didn't want to pay Darren Payne, right?
I think Jeffrey Simmons is better than Darren Payne, if I'm being honest with you. I think Jeffrey Simmons, if you look at like his career, to me, it's been more consistent with Darren Payne. Darren Payne's situation, I've brought it up multiple times, more just him, but like that contract year, like shit just started to pop for some reason, you know?
Hopefully everybody pops for the Lions this year then, because we got a lot of contract year guys.
Exactly. But defensive tackle position, like the heavyweight positions, like especially those guys. Darren Payne is not like he's big, but he's like, you know, he got a little. Albert Hainsworth vibes a little bit.
Albert Hainsworth vibes.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think it's the same franchises too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or he was with the Tennessee Titans and he went to
Washington.
He went to the-
Washington. Yeah, thank you.
The
Thank you.
Well,
Commanders.
football.
Politically
I know
correct
this.
here. Oh yeah, well that too. Yeah. But I just didn't want to say their old name. Do you remember their old name, Chris?
No.
You want to say it out loud real quick?
No, I don't
The
remember.
Redskins?
Oh,
I'm new to
Got
I'm
someone
new
to
to
bite.
football. I don't remember.
cancel 'em.
I'm 14%.
My neighbor's just getting.
My neighbor has a dream catcher in his backyard, so I can say it.
I do want to get to this though. Actually, before we start to, we actually just went right into like football topics. But Dan Campbell finally getting his credit due in the game of Madden. Mm-hmm. Throw this one up there, Chris. God, it's about damn time because this is what they had him out here bad last year. Look at this shit. Who is that guy?
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy?
I don't even know. Dude. Looks like a Dearborn gas station. I don't even fucking know. Dude. Who does he look like? Anyone to you?
No.
Certainly not Dan Campbell. The only thing he has is the goatee, and that's even off color.
He looks like a Sims.
Yeah. Looks like a Sim that's getting cheated on in the game.
Yeah.
Like his wife's banging somebody
Blah,
else.
blah, 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 blah. The shit the Sims talk. It's like Dan Campbell's in the mic like, how about blah, 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 blah.
Penny was like, got it.
Got
Catches
it.
the ball
Yeah.
for first down.
He's watching the wave.
Say, let's go.
That's what Dan Campbell looks like. At least he's getting like actually scanned into the game now.
Yeah.
Speaking of scanning, this is off topic, but like,
Okay.
like scanning into
Blah, blah,
games,
blah, blah, blah.
like scanning into games. When they first started doing that, like for Xbox or whatever, whoever first started like the scan your face thing for WWE, one of them, people were printing out pictures of Chris Benoit and putting it over their face and scanning it into the game so they could like make Chris Benoit, and like they would get emails from WWE like, he's not in the game for a reason, like stop doing this or we're gonna ban your account, because you know
Yeah. No,
Cripple
you don't have
Crossface's
to remind us.
family.
Yes, come on. You have to say that out loud. We knew what happened. And you're smirking too.
what?
You're
Oh,
smiling
because
now.
you're looking at me.
Because I'm looking at you.
Yeah, you're smiling too.
I'm always smiling.
Yeah, so am
You're
I.
trying to suppress your smile. You sick fuck.
My friend, I don't know if you met Adam. He's my neighbor. I told you one of the kids from down the street put him in the walls of Jericho. And fucked
Yeah.
his back up for life,
To this
bro.
day.
Yeah. To this day, bro, can't walk straight. Those WWE moves, man, they'll take you down. They'll take you down.
JB's in there like, hell yeah.
They will, like, it's, other than, like, the stupid ones, like, the people's elbow and shit, like, once
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
actually, like, the walls of Jericho will fuck you up.
Yeah. Chris Benoit's the
Yeah, the cripple crossface will
That's a
fuck
real
you up.
thing. That's a real move. Before we also go to break too, and we're waiting to get it confirmed, but I remember actually on this particular show being dismissive of Ed Oliver.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, there's a guy in the open market there named Calais Campbell. A lot more productive than Oliver, a little bit older, but more productive, and you have to give up assets to grab him. Guess who's rumored to be meeting with the Lions this week?
Calais Campbell on Thursday, apparently. You gonna go down there and jack him off before his interview?
Nope. He wouldn't sign with us at that point. Hey, man, I'm here.
Hey, bro. These mitts are small, but they get the job done.
Imagine if they did grab him, though, and they...
Okay. Hey, yo.
Oh, not him. Like, grab him. If they picked him up... Oh, fuck. If they signed Calais Campbell and then
Okay.
drafted Jalen Carter, like, that'd be...
Yeah,
I feel like that's a good...
it's a good
pro.
mentor.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good mentor for sure.
Hell yeah.
Calais Campbell is a scary human being.
Dog, he's fucking
He is
huge.
gigantic, bro.
And he's productive, too. He's not just, like, big for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he can get you, like, 6'6".
That's what I used to call Skip.
What?
I just called Dan Skipper big for nothing.
Yeah, you did.
But he did something last year when he got those spot starts at guard. He showed a little bit.
Well, if you're not a professional athlete and you're not deemed a heavyweight and
You're
you are big for
and
nothing,
you are big for nothing.
what can you do about that?
Well, you just got to go to custom health centers, because custom health centers can help you lose weight like it did to our very own Ryan Ermanni. Look at him. He went from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette. But in all seriousness, custom health centers help Ryan lose upwards of 18 pounds, and they can do the same thing for you. All you have to do is call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today. Let them help you lose some weight.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan.
Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals in town. Plus, they will beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rax. We got young Chris in the T-Booth. JB Smooth the 1-2s. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button. If you listen to us post live stream on our podcast platform, make sure you leave us a 5-star review.
5 stars.
The boys are going to come up. You guys, that was nice. Same time. Nice.
There's a comment on there that's very easy to find. Tell that it's mine.
What'd you say? Say it one more time.
You say over.
There's just a comment on there. I left a comment on our review, and it's just like it's like 5 sentences, and after the end of every at the end of every sentence is 5 stars.
Okay.
5 stars.
Nice.
I like that. Good story, Chris.
5 stars.
Thanks for wasting our fucking time. Shut the fuck. I'm sorry.
Well, the first review I ever left was. No, I'm kidding. Not gonna waste more time.
I'm messing with you, bro. I do want to talk a little bit more about the Jeffrey Simmons stuff because I get that he's up for a big payday. I get that he's worthy of a big payday. It's like he's going to get paid that amount of money, but
he sure is.
If you're not drafting Jalen Carter, I'm down. This is the one move like all year that I think we've all just. I think even going into like the season last year when Roquan Smith came up, when Kareem Hunt came up, I was kind of like no to like almost every single one. But the Jeff Simmons one, like I'm down. This is a defensive tackle last year, Spinny. 7.5 sacks.
Yeah.
At the defensive tackle position. Now you can say, okay, borderline career year. Year before that, you want to know how many?
8.5.
8.5. Like Jeff Simmons is him. He's one of those guys. He's truly nice. I think that's worthy of making a move for, especially if you want to compete.
You know what's also crazy?
What?
He had 7 pass defenses last year as a defensive tackle.
Come on.
And 6 the year before that. So I'm sure some of those are swatted, like ball swatted at the line.
But that's good.
It's still very impressive.
JJ Swat.
This is a guy that if you're looking to trade for somebody, like that's who you would trade for instead of Ed Oliver. But also, he is going to get a bag. He is going to get Deron Payne money, and I don't know if Brad Holmes is willing to pay somebody that as of right now.
Are you? If you're
No.
GM Spinny, no. But you've been willing to pay guys in the past.
Yeah, but I'm drafting Jalen Carter.
That's very true.
Like,
yeah,
I'd rather just draft Jalen Carter and, like you said, have him on a rookie deal for 5 years.
Oh man.
Than trade for Jeff Simmons, even though he's a beast, he's a great player.
Yeah.
And pay him
only 25 years
million.
old, man.
Yeah.
Only 25 years old. But I'm with you. I mean, that is a lot. And there's other options, too. Like, I mean, the Jalen Carter one is option number one. No, actually. I was going to say, I get the people who have, like, reserve in making that move. I don't have one anymore. I really don't. Like, we have, if you're going to take a swing, this is the draft to do it.
Yes.
Or these
You
past
got 2
drafts.
first-round picks.
Exactly. 2 first-round picks. Like, a guy who was built in a lab for the position. Now, has he been as productive as Ndamukong Suh's and other names like that coming out of the drafts? No.
Ndamukong Suh is like a generational talent. Like, Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Donald, those guys don't just fucking grow on trees. That shit pisses me off. Is people are like, well, he's no Ndamukong Suh. Yeah, well, Ndamukong Suh was a fucking Heisman finalist. Like, Ndamukong Suh is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, Stop it. Get some help. Like, you can be good. Your priority at defensive tackle is to what? Spacing is to draw double teams. It is to stop the run.
Yeah.
And if you can enhance that by getting to the passer, that's awesome. And that's what he does. Why do you think fucking Nakobe Dean was so damn good at Georgia? Because he had guys like Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis in front of him. Like, it is that important to have a guy like that on the interior. And he was listed as a top 2 prospect in this draft for a reason. He is listed as one of the best players in this draft for a reason. And to say, well, he's known to Ndamukong Suh is fucking stupid. He's not Aaron Donald. Yeah, he's not the fucking best defensive player I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, oh, sorry, he doesn't reach that expectation, guys. Oh, yeah, we should just get Tyree Wilson then. Like, stop it.
I'm in agreement. Like, for me at this point, if it's not Jalen Carter, it's got to be a quarterback. And if you want to go cornerback, that's what I did in our little thing we got coming up. I'm not going to tell you guys who it was. Make sure you look out for that. My guy Roman Bruno doing a mock draft article between, like, you, myself, Jeff.
Flannel.
Yeah, and then Bruno himself. So we got a mock draft. A whole 31-team mock draft for the first round.
Okay, just the first round. Thank God.
I hope. I might have to pull out in the second.
I'm pulling out for sure.
Yeah, I'm pulling out in the second.
And I never pull out, and I'm pulling out of that one.
I'll never pull out. I got a whole, you got a whole baby.
You got the little crotch goblin to prove it.
I got a whole tiger bat. Inside joke all day.
Got to be.
Pro all day. What were you saying, Chris?
Oh, I was just co-signing. We don't pull out. Why would you?
All right, so let's go like more affordable options. Like, obviously, so you're off the board with Jeff Simmons.
Yes.
I'm the same scenario as like a Lamar Jackson. Like, I'm cool if they do, cool if they don't. Although I'd be pretty fucking pumped if they did. Moving on, we talked about Calais Campbell, rumored of visiting Detroit. There's something that come along afterwards that they had meant to say the Jets, but I'm still not ruling out Detroit. I think
he's doing both.
Exactly, and that's what I was getting ready to say. Is I think he's doing a little bit of both. Oh man, if the pick is, I mean, Campbell's like the perfect guy to have as your veteran piece, like on this defensive line. Like a guy who's played a little bit outside, a little bit inside. Like, I don't know, man. He's been a part of like winning teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, that excites me more and more every day. I said it for shits and giggles like last week, just giving you an option over the Ed Oliver trade that made zero fucking sense to me. But Calais Campbell, honestly, I would love it. I would love it. He could play a 3 technique. He could play whatever the fuck you want, whatever you needed him to. He's been in the game a long time. Is he 37 years old? Yes. Do I give a fuck? No. Why do you care about his age? You think he's going to be unproductive magically this next year? Is it possible? Yeah. Is it likely? No. He's clearly been consistent his entire career. I'm not telling you sign him for a 5-year deal. I guarantee he's not looking for a 5-year deal. He's probably on a 1 to 2 year rental.
Yes,
looking for a ring. They're just looking to be a part of something where they're going somewhere. Detroit's could be going somewhere. Let's be real here.
If they got top 5 odds to win the NFC, then yeah, they're going somewhere.
So like, let's do it. If he's there and affordable, let's grab him.
I don't hate it. I like what you're talking about, where you sign him and still draft Jalen Carter to give him that mentorship for a year.
Especially that scenario.
And I'm not like, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, we got Calais Campbell, fuck yeah. Like no, I'd be. You know, it'd be a good signing if you get him on a year deal or something like that, but doesn't break me up.
And there's other pieces in this draft class too that look nice at defensive tackle. Like honestly, Brian Brise, there's never a prospect I didn't like. It's just when people put him at 6, I want to smack him. Same way I feel about Calais Campbell at 6, I want to smack him. But get a scenario if I'm grabbing a Calais Campbell off of free agency, and I'm not even without him. Brian Brise, I'd be open to even at 18, or hopefully if he falls there in the second round, I like that too. I'm thinking of like addressing the interior defensive line here just in general. I think second round, Keanu Bitten's a guy I like a lot too. You like Siaka Ike. I still can't pronounce his name. Am I doing it right?
Siaki Ika.
Siaka Ika.
Siaki.
That sounds like something I ordered at a Greek restaurant. Opa! Saganaki. I'm cool. I think I'm cool with that too.
Saganaki.
Next time we get, I'm gonna reach out to Eric Schlitt, hopefully get him. Next time we get somebody on the show that obviously knows football more than us, I do have a general question that I'm open to like letting you guys know that I'm not 100% on. Is like, what's the fit alongside Aleem? You know what I'm saying? Like what role are you looking to put Aleem in? You know, because certain guys can only be one thing. Like Siaka Ika, I can only see him as like a heads-up nose guard or like 3 tech or something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm thinking fit-wise too. Where Carter, I feel like could fit anywhere. Calais Campbell, obviously, I feel could fit anywhere. Same thing with Jeffrey Simmons. And I know Aleem's been like versatile too.
Mozzie Smith is another good one out of Michigan.
Mozzie Smith, that's another one too.
Teron Carroll in the Woodward Sports Chat says Javon Dexter out of Florida has a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Liked him as well. So yeah, there are options out there, but just give me Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Karuna in the Woodward Sports Chat. I don't know if this is a troll comment, but I'm gonna read it either way. These guys are simping hard for Jalen Carter, bruh. Scronci is as valuable a pick without character issues. Facts. I don't need Scronci, and I definitely don't need him at 6.
Yeah, I don't need an offensive
And he's
line.
not as valuable as a pick. Jalen Carter was literally, he's a top 3 prospect in the class. I'm not talking about like where you pick him, where he falls in the draft. I'm talking about like how good is this guy gonna be at his position. Jalen Carter's up there between 1 to 2. Like that's not the same as Scronci's. But you get the arms with him. You got the position, like you don't even know where he's going to be playing. There's some drafts, mock drafts, that have Paris Campbell going over him too, because he used to play right guard, then moved to left tackle. Like there's, I'm not going to get into it. I ain't going to work myself up. But Detroit Lions need to address the interior defensive line position. They haven't done so through free agency.
That's the biggest hole on their team is interior defensive line.
It's kind of pointing that if Carter falls there, like I think they're pulling the trigger. And like you said with the Jameson Williams stuff. They're not drafting goody two-shoes. They're not drafting guys donating to Salvation Army and doing whatever the hell else. Like, they're drafting guys that want to come and compete. If you watch the tape, Jalen Carter shows up to compete. Jalen Carter is super talented. You can say what you want about the pro day, but there is a human element in there.
Mm-hmm.
That like I just don't. Even when I was like nervous about him, and I was kind of standoffish on it, I still factored in the human element. Like it was hard to weigh out. It's some tough shit. At a very young age, too.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like...
It's a lot to go through, man.
Yeah. A lot. Life-changing shit. Both ways, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, really negative with you losing a friend, hitting a jail time or possible jail time. Obviously, that situation settled. And then, like, millions of dollars. Or falling slots down, losing millions of dollars in that scenario. Like, it's a lot, dude.
Yeah, and we still don't know what the hell Brad Holmes is doing. Mm-hmm. Nobody does. You don't know if he's staying there. You don't know if he's moving up, if he's moving back, what he's going to take. The dude's a wizard. And you just don't know what he's going to do at the end of the day.
You really don't. And I can't even be... I can't even, like... I'm open to whatever, too. To be honest with you, I found myself opening up to the Darnell Washington conversation.
In the first round?
I don't know about first round yet.
No.
That's the hard... We'll talk about it.
No.
We'll talk about it. But not before you tell us about... some more defense.
No. No first round tight ends. You need defense. And if you need defense, you can just go to Guardian Alarm. Because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will be on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay the heck out, dude.
Right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Gross.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though, and thank you for joining the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com, Monday through Friday, 5 through 7, every weekday. If you guys listen to us on the podcast platform after the show, leave us 5-star review. If you're listening live, come on. Lead the boys a like, okay?
5-star.
5-star. We kind of just discussing how, I guess, the Detroit Lions can address the interior defensive line. They haven't really, they haven't done so in the offseason so far. Not through free agency. Obviously, we still have the draft coming up. And
they retained a couple players, but they didn't add anything.
Correct. Yeah, Bugs, Benito they brought back too, if I'm not mistaken.
And Kaminsky.
Do you think that's enough? Do you think they're set then?
No.
Do you think we're being like hopeful or like biased? Because obviously we're Carter guys.
Yes.
Is there any like realism where we're just like not, where we're ignoring those facts, that they're good enough to be the guys?
No, I mean, I think they have the same defensive line that they had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still a need.
Yeah.
And it's still, they didn't improve the position group at all. Yeah, they added like Isaiah Buggs is a good depth piece.
Yeah.
You know, John Kaminsky, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Frank the Tank. John Kaminsky, he's a good depth piece. He's a good pass rusher. You still need that beast in the middle. You still need that blue chip inside. They don't have that right now. And that's why you should get him. That's why you should go get him. Especially the fact you got 2 first-round draft picks this year and 2 second-round draft picks this year.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I really am. Sometimes I like to hear the other side, and again, that's why I encourage a lot of you guys to call. If you're against it, call in. Although the Jaden Carter stuff, I already know what the argument is. It's going to be the pro day, but during the break,
that's the only argument.
It really is. It really is. And but over the break, I looked up a few names that had tough pro days. You want to hear a short list here?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Joe Hayden. In the article I read, arguably one of the worst workouts in recent memory. Ended up being pretty good.
Yeah.
Terrell Suggs. Bad pro day. Ended up being pretty good. Elvis Dumerville. Even undersized, too. 5'11".
Yeah.
We were talking about James Houston being undersized at, 6'1", 6'2". Elvis Dumerville was 5'11". Had a rough pro day. Still, I think he broke records over in Denver. Like, you can have bad pro days. These are workouts. Like, and given the human element of what he has going on in his life, and then you judge him off a workout rather than like
trusting the
game. Yeah, exactly. The game you're drafting him to play. Allen Iverson said the best. We're talking about practice. Although this is a workout, but semi-practice. We're talking about practice.
Listen, we talking about practice.
I trust more than
we're talking about practice.
The Underwear Olympics or the pro day. Like, I believe what I see on tape. And when you watch the tape, Jalen Carter is a beast. So
that's where I'm at too. If there's anyone that has some stuff to say about the tape on him, I guess I'm all ears for it. Drew Brees, another guy with bad workouts, and then there's some guy named Tom Brady who had horrible everything, ended up going 5th or 6th round. You know, so I mean, I'm just saying these workouts don't always mean everything.
Yes,
I'm not saying to be these people.
We've seen a lot of players have great workouts over the past couple of years.
Exactly, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't run the fastest 40. I mean, he was a 4th round pick for
Zach
a reason.
Wilson looked like a fucking stud after his workouts.
They did say he's like the best pro day in like recent memory was Zach Wilson, and he's fucking sorry as shit.
Lost the job twice.
That ass lost the job twice, bro.
Yeah.
They kicked him off the team for a minute. Like, look, we're just gonna hopefully you just give up. We ain't gonna fire you. We just want you to quit.
D. Smitty, Jalen Carter was a beast in college. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're looking at.
For sure.
He played college ball. He hasn't played in the NFL yet. You want me to tell you, pull up his professional tape. Let me see how that looks. Oh, wait, you can't. Yeah, so we go off of what they fucking did in college. Like, like that shit's so... Yeah, oh, yeah, he was good in college. It doesn't mean he's going to be good in the pros. All right, then what the fuck are you looking at anything for? Just guess people by their names.
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun draft to do. We'll have one of the Lady Jane's girls, actually. Honestly, that'd be a fun thing to do. Just have them pick like through like the names of the first round prospects.
Yeah,
just like see how
do
close
one of the
they
live
are.
mock drafts.
Honestly, I'm down for that.
I like Clayton Tune. I'm going to take him first overall.
Welcome to the heavyweights. We're talking about the heavies on the defensive side of the ball. I think Brad Holmes is kind of showcased he loves addressing the heavyweights, both the sides of the ball. Penei Sewell's first ever pick. Aiden Hudson his second first round pick. He likes to address that. You know, the heavies. This is what they do. He likes the girth.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned something before we went to break, Spinny, and you weren't a fan of it. And I necessarily wasn't always a fan of it either. It's the tight end position. But it's a specific name at the tight end position. Think about how this football team is built. I know they have the Ferraris and Maseratis at the wide receiver position, but they still like those toy formations, like a toy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They like having those extra tight ends out there.
Yes, they do.
They like throwing extra offensive linemen at the tight end position to run the football. They still prioritize running the football. Darnell Washington. This dude is, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with it at 18 yet. But I'm just opening up to the second round a little bit. If he's going to be there.
I'm cool with it in the second round.
Dude's a freak.
Yeah.
Can you imagine an offensive line on the same Penei Sewell and Darnell Washington on the same side?
Yeah.
Also having like an option for that guy to run out there and catch something for you?
Either
You get both of them.
Yeah. Either of them are an option to go out there and
you
catch.
ain't lying.
Yeah.
Look, again, not first round. It's fucking weird. And it trips me out. But I did imagine how much they like the big guys.
Yeah.
And then him on the same side of Penei.
I like them big.
I like him chunky.
Dude.
He does, though.
We should make that meme.
With Brad Holmes?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Multa likes you.
Brad
Holmes.
Yeah. Multa likes you. He does, though, dude.
I don't hate Darnell Washington in the second round at all, but not at 18. No, thank you.
What about, because, like, you've done
Good day, sir. I said good day.
No, hear me out.
I said good day.
You've done these mock drafts.
Yeah.
We've done the mock draft exercise.
Yes.
Tell me you haven't, because of how fucking a badass free agency he's had. Tell me you haven't got to like 18 and maybe even 6 in some instances. You've been like, fuck, bro. Like there's like a lot we could just go here because Brad has really addressed everything in free agency outside of like defensive interior.
Yeah, but no tight end in the first round. No.
But think of him as like a lineman too, though.
No.
What if?
No.
What if? JB, am I tripping? I know I'm tripping.
You are tripping.
We gotta make conversation though. I really thought about like
I'm cool with him in the second round. Like I said,
18's
I'm cool
too
with
early.
it for his size, for his hands that he was showing off, for different things like that. Yeah, I'm cool with it, but not in the first round. No, thank you.
Come on, JB. Come on. Help brother out.
First round, no.
God,
no.
I'm not
first
cool.
round.
I
It's
don't want
not a
first round.
position of need that you
You're good.
need right there in the first round. Second, third, anywhere beyond that, that's fine. I'm cool with you going to take a flyer on him, a tight end, or if not him, someone else. But no, first round, that's a pass for me. Hard pass.
I'm cool.
Spike Lee's out on it.
Spike Lee's out.
Yeah.
That's Spike Lee impressioning and being out on tight end in the first round.
Spike Lee, what do you think of drafting a tight end in the first round? I think you could use some resources elsewhere.
Hard pass, homie. Hard pass.
Look, I honestly though, guys, I never said I actually wanted him in the first round. Just for pure conversation, I gotta entertain it a little bit. But he's growing on me as a prospect. That's all I wanted to put out there. And beyond him growing on me as a prospect, it just the fit makes sense if you look at how Multa likes him big.
Multa likes him big.
Multa likes him big.
I like him big.
He just does.
I like him chunky.
What are you thinking, Chris?
I think Multa likes you.
I mean, I just don't see the logic in getting the tight end that early. I do want a good tight end because at the end of the day, the more options Goff has, the better. Like at the end of the day, we've seen that Goff is a player that, again, not to berate this point and to just hammer it home, but Goff has always been the guy that when he has a lot of great weapons around him, a lot of options, he's a good player. So if you can find a tight end at some point in the draft, again, preferably not that early, but if you can find a good tight end in the draft, I was cool with the tight ends we got last year, but I'd take it. I mean, all you're doing is just making Goff's life easier, and let's be real, that's the key if you want to go to the Super Bowl.
I feel it. No to the first round. No, we're all on the same page. No in the first round.
Not a
but
chance.
As a fit, if he's there at 48, Darnell Washington, beyond because I'm not even thinking of him as like a weapon per se. I feel like we set a fucking franchise record, 12 touchdowns by our tight ends.
Yes.
This year.
Yes, you did.
I'm good. Like, we don't need to dress a tight end as a weapon.
We have.
But as like a blocking weapon, a Darnell Washington who has like versatile, a true meaning of a tight end. Like I'm not looking for a fucking Kyle Pitts. I'm not looking. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
a George Kittle.
Yeah, and I was listening to actually our guy Scott made a video this weekend. No, think of. Listen, this one's wild, but I'm thinking the frame, not Black George Kittle, Black Gronk. He's a big boy.
He is big.
He's way bigger than George Kittle.
He's a big guy.
And you saw him make that one-hand catch at the combine too. Like
he's a big guy, but come on,
he could be a blocking tight end for you.
Gronk is.
I know.
Gronk.
I know.
Arguably the best tight end of all time.
But he's bigger than Kittle. I had to do someone bigger than Kittle.
But Kittle's
Mark
a great
Andrews?
blocker.
He's bigger than Mark Andrews. This guy's
Kittle's
6'7".
a great blocker. Is why I said Kittle.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Pick 48. Is that too early?
No, I don't think so.
Cool.
I wouldn't be mad if they took him there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't love it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be mad. But they're getting a linebacker in that second round with one of those picks.
Yeah.
You could take that to the bank.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think one of them falls to the third?
Stamp of approval.
I think one of the linebackers fall in the third, man.
Who? Overshown? Overshown would probably be the one.
Overshown, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this linebacker class is deep.
It is deep.
If I'm being honest with you, too, like the defensive.
But also, Jack Campbell's a Dan Campbell guy, so.
Here you go.
it's facts.
I heard Calais Campbell's a Dan Campbell guy.
Yeah, I heard that too.
These guys all got something in common.
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it, but Campbell guys.
Campbell guys.
They're all Campbell guys, that's for sure.
They eat soup.
They love some soup. Maybe that's what it is. I'd say the linebacker class is obviously deep.
Yes, it is.
And then the defensive tackle class is deep too, and that's another.
It is.
If you're gonna pass on Jalen Carter, if I'm gonna make an argument, if you guys wanted to call and make the argument against Jalen Carter, I'd start talking the Keanu Bins. I'd start talking the Ikes.
I think the defensive tackle class is deep.
Gangster with an attitude.
It is, but like the drop off from Jalen Carter to the next is huge.
I think Brees could be close second. Not close.
Not close. He's definitely second.
Like a JB to Chris
second.
distance. That's
Okay.
kind of big. Height wise, we're measuring it like that way. Nice.
Over.
So we've been talking about big boys this past segment. Let's tell us about Big Boy.
I will, because Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can. Some favorites during Lent, like the shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry,
liquor.
and new fish sandwich. Go to your local Big Boy today, and don't forget on Fridays they got the all-you-can-eat shrimp fish fry buffet. Go to Big Boy and satisfy those taste buds.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Chili Peppers
Over.
Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5. $5. And you can use that $5 to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, or Swedish Beauty Lotion, some of their favorites. ChiliPepperTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Y'all know where to go. It's ChiliPepperTanning.com.
Tell your friend, tell your dad, tell your mom.
Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. Real Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy. That's my guy. Spin More X. I almost called you
Forget
Chris.
my name?
I almost just called you Chris.
Damn, bro, that's fucked up.
I talk faster. I sometimes I don't like to say the same thing every time. It feels like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But should I say the same thing every time?
I don't know.
Like Breakfast Club. DJ Envy. It's your boy DJ. How's he doing again?
It's your boy DJ Envy. Charlamagne
the guy.
we on the
Angela
Breakfast
Yee.
Club.
Although Angela Yee's gone now, right?
Yeah, Angela Yee's got her own shit.
Yeah. But he says at the same time.
Did you hear Theo Von talking about Charlamagne?
No, what did he say?
He said like he's handsome. He's like
He's handsome?
Yeah, he's like he's pretty. Like he's
Dog,
like
Theo Von's hilarious.
you put a wig on that. And he's
Oh yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
That shit's funny.
Theo Von's hilarious.
Theo Von is great.
He is one of the funniest dudes out there for sure.
I saw Rogan talking to somebody about it. Like, you can't. It was Rogan and Schaub, and he was like, you can't describe to somebody why Theo Von's funny.
You really can't.
Like other people, you can like describe like why they're funny, like
Yeah.
their presence or the way they deliver their punchlines or stuff. But like
maybe presence for Theo, right?
Theo Von is something you can't describe. Like you have to experience it.
Booner just discovered this guy, by the way.
Booner like is
Over the
Theo
weekend.
Von.
Don't give him that much credit. Come on.
No, but like
But
he's
Booner
like,
is, yeah.
He's like
a
a poor man's Theo Von.
What Theo say? I survived Down syndrome.
Yeah, he said, I beat Down syndrome.
I beat Down syndrome. A lot of people think I wouldn't make it.
Yeah, he's like, there's rumor around my town that I beat Down syndrome.
That's Booner.
that is Booner. Like I'm telling you, some shit like that. It's like I just snap. Like that one when I'm one of those guys that'll just snap. I was like, Booner, bro. Like you can't say shit like that. You're too white. Like,
all right, this conversation that we're about to have is spur of the moment. I apologize for spinning this on you, Spinny. But Chris, we have a graphic for this one. Dan Campbell obviously saw him.
It sounds like it's not spur of the moment.
Yeah.
If we got a graphic on it.
Yeah, but spur of the moment for you.
You could have told me before the show that we were going to talk about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just gonna snap. I'm just joking. Throw it up there, Chris. Jared Goff came up again today in conversation with Dan Campbell. I see they're conversating in the chat. It looks like, but another quote from Dan Campbell on Goff, and today he says, "Love Goff. Goff's our guy, man. I think he's proven over the last 2 years that, man, he's made for us. And when you got a quarterback, you hold on to those guys, man. Yeah.
I just need you to trust me. That's
Sure.
all. Please.
Yeah.
Sure. He's the same guy he said weeks prior. He's bought us some time. Like, I guess I only bring it up because Lamar Jackson's in the news today. And it's not like a Detroit Lions fan-driven thing anymore. Now it's Mia Kimes.
Yeah.
Live on television saying her favorite fit for Lamar Jackson is the Detroit Lions.
She just said that.
It's Brad Holmes going to six of Anthony Richardson's like games to scout him. They clearly like the mobile. Dan Campbell said when he first got hired, he likes mobile guys. Lamar Jackson a little bit more of a scrambler, I guess, than the mobile guys. But Hooker's entered the conversation again too. Some people speaking as early as first round. We talked about it a little bit too. If you traded 31, give him that 5th-year option. Have you warmed up to that at all, or you just made a face? No. Second round pick and only?
Third.
He's not surviving the third, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
There's just 25. I mean, he's only 25.
Yeah.
I get that people like calling him old and stuff like that, but like that's only a year older than like Will Levis, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people are saying, he did really well in college, but that's because he's like 24 years old. He's a grown ass man, like out there, whatever. But is there anything to that?
No. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It is the age and it is the injury that pushed him back. And again, I'd be cool with it, but I'm not taking him in the first round.
Second?
Possibly. You think he's going to be gone by the end of the second for sure?
Yeah. Without a doubt. Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers are undeniable. Like, undeniably great. There was something... Actually, I'll try to get this to Chris at some point, I guess, during this conversation. But there was something that made me a little bit nervous, and I've had this conversation with Dosa Dion too, and it's the fact that like that Tennessee offense was like a little bit different. Like he only dropped back like 14% of the times, if I'm not mistaken, like a 3-step traditional like drop back, which is like one of those funky things. Maybe like I guess the only way to articulate it was like a Tebow-esque, like where you just formulate the offense around the guy's skill set versus like actual like. Football prowess and one read go and stuff like that. That was a little bit concerning, but still, like we need to address the position or the QB
They're
room.
going to address the position.
Yeah, and the term was specifically said like develop. because like it or not, Brad doesn't like to pay guys. I just lost the thumbnail. Is literally the Paul Walker meme.
Yeah.
And and Vin Diesel.
It's been a long
Yeah.
day. I got a conspiracy theory.
I just had to go through that with DJ Chark for less than $6 million, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't like paying guys. Golf's coming up. They're going to have to take somebody, whether you like it or not. And it's a precautionary. It's that Mark Swiss insurance plan. Like, that's what I'm looking at it as.
J-Mo did like more Lamar stuff.
Today?
Yeah. There's a picture on Instagram of Lamar in a Lions jersey.
Look, I don't know if it means he posted it?
No, he liked it.
He liked it. Okay. I said, CJ, GJ. Well, that means everybody can like all the porn stuff I like, too. They can see it.
Yeah.
Wow. On Instagram now.
I don't know about Instagram.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Instagram. You meant
Well,
Twitter.
no, it was on Instagram. But, like, yeah, it was a post. I'm sure the other person was
Oh,
following
you see. Yeah, I got
saw
you. I
the
got what you
J-Mo
mean.
like.
I got what you mean. Cool. We're all good
Safe.
boys. We're safe, boys.
Twitter's got some fire porn. We talked about that before.
Oh, Twitter porn. Yeah, for sure.
It's live.
Show taking dark turn. Speaking of live, we got a live caller, JB.
Yeah, we got someone on the line.
Who we got?
Here's Chris for you guys.
What up, though, Chris?
Hey.
What's up?
What's going
I
on?
lied.
Chris?
I'm calling again.
You're good, man.
All right, fella. Here's what I want to know, because I just asked somebody else this, and I just couldn't see myself coming off with 2 first-round picks for a guy like Lamar, who is not still truly a good pocket passer, but I like the guy so much, man. And he makes you a contender right away. Can you really turn that down?
Yeah, for me, it's the like trading the 2 first-round picks is not it for me, because that's a pretty low number for a quarterback of that caliber. It's the money that's going to go into it. I'm not in the camp of paying anybody $40 million unless it's Patrick Mahomes, personally. So I don't know. Again, they are going to move on from Goff eventually, but I don't think it's with Lamar personally.
And then a guy that can stay healthy. I mean, because Joe Burrow's going to get that money. Justin Herbert is going to get that money. It's guys that are going to get that money. But my thing is, health-wise, he's just not reliable.
I mean, I think there's definitely a conversation to be had there with the health stuff, and that's it for me. Is like the commitment to him with having the health scares recently. The talent is there. There's no denying that. I mean, obviously, there's people trying to deny that. Even some guys in our graphic department posted a graphic today on Twitter where it's like they gave Jared Goff's touchdowns, interceptions, and everything, and they just conveniently forgot to add Lamar's like all-purpose yards, including rushing,
Yeah, it was
and
like
his all-purpose
4,000 rushing
touchdowns,
yards
including
and 25 touchdowns.
Yeah, like we got to stop living in the world where like we're just comparing them as like apples to apples, because it's not the same. Lamar is a different caliber of athlete, and for those of you Chris, to your point too, I think Lamar's a better pocket passer than people give him like credit for. Like you look at the interception.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, he's actually like nice. He's not bad by any means.
Again, who's the best receiver that Lamar played with?
That's the other
in
part
Baltimore.
too, right?
Hollywood Brown.
And that's the other thing. And then he has an offensive line like ours, man. I really just. But see, the thing is, when he got injured last year, he got injured in the pocket, and so that scares me too. Though, so it's like I don't know, but. If you're asking me, is he worth the money? Not fully guaranteed contract, but yeah, I would have to say somebody's going to give it to him. I don't care who's acting all stingy right now, trying to do the little collusion thing. Somebody's going to come up and offer him that deal, and it's going to be more than one team, especially if they lose their starter.
Facts.
You're going to have to.
Yeah,
for sure. Appreciate you calling in.
Yeah,
Chris.
appreciate you, Chris. Yeah,
all right, fella.
I think it's a matter of when he comes down from like what he wants guaranteed in that deal.
Yeah.
People should be all over that. I mean, Russell Wilson, Super Bowl champion, but I mean, 2 first-rounders, a third, and
like 3 players.
Yeah, for Russ.
Yeah.
Like, if he does sign the franchise tag and you can get Lamar for only 2 first-rounders, that's a easy no-brainer. But
And Dan Orlovsky said it on
NFL Live.
No, it was like a podcast he was on.
Mm-hmm.
He said he hasn't said it on TV. Oh, it was on McAfee. Yeah, where he was like, it's not a good look for the Ravens to not pay Lamar.
Oh, I did hear that.
Because that's a guy that has taken 1,000 hits for you.
Won a fucking MVP.
That's a guy who won an MVP. That's a guy who's gone out there, exceeded expectations of where he was drafted and what he did in this league.
Yeah.
And it's a bad look in the locker room to not pay a guy after that.
Yeah. I mean, he officially requested a trade today, so I mean, they're beefing. I don't think they're ever gonna get reunited. I know that John Harbaugh at the same time said he expected him to start for them come week 1. I don't know if that's gonna happen quite yet, but I mean, we'll see. I agree a little bit with Dan said too, but at the same time, you guys know how my philosophy is with a lot of the quarterback situations. It's like you gotta restock the room every 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Get something there, take a flyer on somebody just because of like the same scenario they're in right now. And they might have that in Brett Hundley. Like, they almost won that playoff game against, was it the Bills they played the week? No, it was the Bills. Was it? No, it was the Bengals.
Oh, this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Brett Hundley almost, if he didn't fumble over the goal line, that's a touchdown with less than a minute to go. Like, they could have easily won that football game. Playoff game.
Pro Bowl alternate.
Jared Goff status right there.
Yeah.
But they did that, though. Seriously, in real life, through my philosophy, or however you want to look at it, or their philosophy, I should say, because they did it, and the Eagles did it too, but they had Joe Flacco, won the Super Bowl, figured out, hey, we fucking can't give this guy all his damn money and continue to compete.
Yeah.
Let him go. Restock with Lamar beforehand. Lamar became the next guy. And I think they're maybe trying to do the same thing right now, or maybe they bring back Lamar.
For sure. It's pretty wild. I mean, they're, historic franchise, so, but they never pay anybody on offense.
Yeah.
Never pay anybody on offense. It's like we said. The best skill player he's had since he's been there is Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
He's had no wide receivers. He would automatically have the 2 best wide receivers he's ever had in his career if he came to Detroit.
The Detroit Lions would have to become the NFC favorites.
Again, I'm not saying I want Lamar, but
yeah,
you can't just like brush it aside like it's nothing.
Yeah, I'm not like. I think I'd say to you, like, I'd take Goff over Lamar. Like, dude, come on. Has Lamar ever had a Goff-esque season like 2021? No.
Yeah.
He's not that caliber. It's different. There's fucking levels, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's levels.
For sure.
You talk to the injuries. There's no. I can't argue the injury stuff, but like the player who's
like
better.
If you're saying
player,
you'd take Jared Goff in the Lions offense with Ben Johnson that they have right now over Lamar by himself in a field, like,
yeah,
I'll accept that.
Exactly.
But like, you see what the difference that Ben Johnson made from Jared Goff from a year to year. As much as you hate Lamar Jackson and he can't throw, like, you think that's just that's not going to help him improve. It's not going to. Ben Johnson couldn't put Lamar Jackson in the best potential possibility to have success, like he did with Jared Goff. Get the best out of his game, the most out of his strengths.
That's literally.
It's like, again, like I said, I'm not like bring Lamar to Detroit, but to like brush it aside, like he's just would not be able to do the same things that Jared Goff is here is kind of laughable.
Settling for a 6 when there's a 10 willing to give it to you.
Yeah, it's fair. Let me tell you guys about SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, make sure you head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guys from the Rex. You know, Chris, Nitty Roof, JB School, the 1 to 2s. If you guys are listening on a podcast platform, leave us a
5-star.
5 stars.
One time.
Sorry, I was looking at Bob's Big Boy in the Woodward Sports Chat.
Here, like, what did Bob say?
He's just captain of the Gobblers.
Oh.
He posted earlier. He said, Goff eats lightning and craps thunder.
Like, nah.
And then he said, Goff threw 4 touchdowns against Hurts and the Eagles this year, fellas.
So, week 1.
Yeah, and they lost.
And he threw a pick 6. A little bit more of a communication thing, I felt like. But that did happen. I totally forgot the other econ in the Woodward Sports Chat. To bring Lamar here, you have to break Easy's 12% rule, LOL, or LUL. Actually, no. You can structure the contract where the first 2 years you're not really paying him much, and then obviously the third year, the 12% thing would more than likely kick in. And to be honest with you, too, I don't think, no. Lamar doesn't transcend that 12%. He's not in that aura of football player. But we know damn well that's how the contracts are structured. Like, you don't.
Yeah, that's what it is for me.
Kick off right over
that I don't want to pay $40 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not paying it to Lamar. I'm damn sure not paying it to Jared Goff. And that's why I want the Lions to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
And they're going to. They're going to address the position. It's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's happening early, but it's happening. Because Brad Holmes said it's his fault. He didn't do a good enough job addressing the quarterback room last year. And right now they have the same exact quarterback room they had last year. So he's going to do it in the draft.
That's a great point. I mean, we all know he's drafting I hope that even like Bob's big. Well, you know they're drafting a quarterback this year, right? Like, it's not like I get the football soulmates line and stuff like that, but it's a matter of, I mean, Dan Campbell point blank said is like, yeah, we got to grab something to develop here. It's just a matter of like when, you know, what spot in the draft. And if a guy like Richardson's gone at 6, I doubt they take Levis at 6, Levis at 18. We kind of talked about. Were you on board with Levis at 18? What was that?
Levis 18, yeah, I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it either. Honestly, I wouldn't hate that at all, to be honest with you. Like a year or 2.
That's what CBS had us doing.
Recently, okay. Yeah.
Jalen Carter and Will Levis.
Fuck. I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't hate that at all. You have to get somebody at some point. And that's kind of the reason why we can get dead the Lamar talk. Do I think it's a conversation that they've had? Yeah, I think Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes discuss every player.
Everything.
Right? You have to have the healthy thought exercise to like come to a conclusion. I damn near talked myself into Lamar. But you got to remember too, like I was thoroughly against it. Even during the regular season when that thing popped up. Like I was like the negative Nancy in the room. But after having like a logical conversation about it, I was like, fuck, it does make sense if you're going like all in just to win. And this year, a lot of one-year deals, a lot of good players on one-year deals. It could be an all-in situation if they wanted it to be.
And Blade No Icewood, I would take Anthony Richardson over Will Levis. Although I don't think the Lions will have the chance to do that unless they move up. I mean, it's possible, but I don't see it happening.
Yep.
Anything's possible with Brad Holmes.
Exactly. That's why I haven't ruled out any of these situations. I haven't ruled out the Jeffrey Simmons stuff. I haven't ruled out I did rule out Ed Oliver just because that makes zero fucking sense for any team to do. You're not trading for that guy. Well, maybe somebody will. I don't know. But DeMar Jackson, I'm not ruling that out. I'm not ruling anything out. With this guy, we traded up to draft Jameson Williams last year. Who seen that coming?
Nobody.
Mm-hmm. GJ to the Detroit Lions 1-year deal. Who seen that coming?
Nobody. I didn't even hear that they were like meeting with him.
Yeah.
It's boom, it happened.
It ain't me.
Like Brad.
I was driving home from an appointment, and I saw the news. I was like, damn. I got hyped.
Yeah.
Because I was, in the middle of something when it was happening.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get to my phone.
I know I called you all out of breath.
Yeah.
I was watching Cops.
I was watching Cops. Why are you sweating? I was watching Cops. But no, for real though, I was like literally in the middle of something.
Yeah.
And
literally in the middle of someone.
Literally. And I didn't look at my phone for like a couple hours, and then I go, when I'm driving home, I look at my phone, and it's just CJG. I was like, no fucking way, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
And the other thing too is like, yeah, we could point to like his character or like consistency. I don't know the fucking word I'm looking for, but like him not like paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
But this is also the first year he's kind of had a lot of money to play with. You know what I'm saying? So he's never had enough money to make a move like that, which this year could be that year. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I would bet against it 7 times. I meant to say 7 days out of the week. You can't say 7 times. That's
seven times out of the day.
Yeah, that's weird. Chris, you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just going to ask. So if we are to entertain the possibility of trading up, is it then for a quarterback? Because I can't imagine trading up for Jalen Carter, given everything around
question.
him. I think that's going to be something that they're going to either, if he falls to him, they take him. If not, then they maybe trade back or whatever, depending on who they like at that position. But it's only a quarterback, right, that they would theoretically trade up for.
The only reason you're trading up is to get a quarterback.
Yeah, which I don't think they're doing. Plus, I know that, like, Brad Holmes has the capital to make that type of move. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like the asking price is going to be so damn high because there's so like the Cardinals don't really. Yeah, they could use anything at that spot outside of maybe quarterback because they just paid Kyler so much damn money. But like, they're going to have a lot of people asking for that pick, or at least calling to see like what the price is, and like it's just keep going up through that process. I can only imagine. I was wrong about the first round pick, the first overall pick. That went for less than I thought. Depending again how you value DJ Moore, I think he's good. I don't hold him enough high regard to consider him a first round pick worthy. But
like Bob's big boy, you got to be trolling, right?
Leave Bob alone.
He's in the chat bringing up Wonderlic scores.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Like you know who has the highest Wonderlic score in the history of the NFL, right?
Who?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Like, so he's the best player ever. He's the guy you'd sign, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about a Wonderlic score, bro. If you're a baller, you're a baller.
Yeah, pretty sure like Brett Favre.
Jamal Charles was in the Special Olympics. Literally. Like, that is a fact.
Yeah,
Go
that's
look
fair.
it up. And he was a dog. Like, I don't give a shit about Wonderlic scores. You kidding me?
That is weird. That's weird to bring up. That thing hasn't been relevant in a long, long time. I'm looking for like the lowest Wonderlic scores. I'm semi-curious. But I don't care about that stuff. God damn it. I forgot what I was going to ask. I was talking about, I guess I should save it now. I'm already 6:07. But I do want to talk about the receiver position. Obviously, you see the thumbnail. It's my guy, DJ Chark, driving away. He DM'd me on Instagram, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, so thanks for the support. He said, I appreciate you.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. He's a real one.
Yeah, bro. I fucked with DJ Chark, man. He
I
was
did
cool.
too.
He was here. He's about his business. Sucks that he didn't re-sign here, but
yeah,
you know, go get your bag. Go get your bag, young fella. Even though I think we're the same age.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
You turned 25.
26.
26. You turned 26 last year.
Yeah.
Getting old, man.
I think. I don't even know anymore.
It gets like that, bro. After 21, you
It
stop.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It
no
doesn't
other birthday
matter.
matters until like magically one day you're 40. If you're married and a woman gives a fuck enough about you to celebrate you turning 40, that's about it though. Honest to God. 30s are for girls. Like who's out here like, yeah, boys, let's get together for my dirty 30. Like
pound of case.
You're dirty 30.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you tell me dirty 30, that means you're drinking a case. That's what it is
Yeah,
to
no
me.
one's thinking like the boy's going out to celebrate his 30th birthday. That's all right. It's fair. I do want to talk about the receivers a little bit, but we do only have like 2 minutes left in this.
Yeah, we can talk. Can I
Yeah. What?
say my conspiracy theory about
Age?
the thumbnail?
Our thumbnail.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here.
The See You Again.
What is it?
That song.
Oh,
See
you have.
Again.
I've heard this one. But
Yeah. The Fast Furious and Wiz
I
Khalifa
hate this
teamed up and
conspiracy
killed
theory.
Paul Walker.
Okay.
It's.
All
I mean, that song was what number 1 on the charts for like
Ever.
Yeah, for like
Wiz.
5 months.
He's the one capitalizing
And
off
that was like the highest grossing Fast and Furious movie ever.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Was it?
Yes, it was.
JB, can you pull some facts up on that
The
one?
Fast and Furious and
Just Google the highest grossing Fast and Furious
and
movie.
Wiz Khalifa teamed up and killed Paul Walker, so their movie and song would do better.
Actually, I mean, I could see it being the highest grossing one for sure.
That
Because
song
of
was
that.
number 1 on the charts for like months, dude.
Do you think it was that good of a song?
No,
I don't either.
it's
No.
not.
It was a terrible
It's
song.
it's a
Thank
bad
you.
song.
Did you ever hear
I
Pete
agree.
Davidson's joke about it?
No.
No.
Pete Davidson had a joke about it because they also used it for like the 9/11 tributes, and so like he was just like, I hate that song more than I hate 9/11. 9/11 killed my dad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Spencer is correct. Fast and Furious 7 banked in $1.51 billion.
151 billion.
Fuck.
And that song grossed a ridiculous amount of money and was on the charts for like, it's true. It's not even a conspiracy theory. It happened.
Nah, I don't think that. I think it's
It's a lot of money.
Who watches Fast and Furious anymore? Like JB, because Roman Reigns is in it now. Like that's
And The
the only
Rock's in it.
reason. Like, They got Jason Momoa in it. They went to outer space in the last one. Like,
did they really go to outer space in the last one?
Yeah, it was like the last 5 minutes.
Oh my god!
We're racing comets. The only time.
What the fuck?
We're racing comets.
The only 2 good Fast and Furious movies are the first one and Tokyo Drift.
You know what's so messed up about that too? They sent the 2 black guys up in space.
Up in space. Is Tyrese still in it?
Yeah.
Him and Luda?
Yep.
They sent them to space?
They sent them to space.
Bro, Tyrese would be the last person I want in space.
If you had to send 2 people in space for like content purposes, it's definitely Tyrese and Ludacris.
Yeah. But the last Fast and Furious movie I watched like the first like half, or not even, like the first like 20 minutes of Fast 5 with Mustache. We got super baked and like watched it in his basement, and The Rock picks up this like 400-pound Mexican dude. He's like sitting sitting at a table. The Rock grabs him like this, flips him, picks him up over his head, smashes him through some lights, and then throws him through like a 2-sided mirror in the interview room. And I was like, all right, that was terrible. And then like The Rock's like walking up off this plane, and like his like assistants coming up to him, and they're like, we have good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? He's like, I like my vegetables before my ice cream or something like that. I was like, all right, turn this shit off, bro. That shit.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Fast and Furious is so fucking bad, bro.
I was looking at The Rock's Instagram the other day, and he's a cringe now. But he used to be the coolest fucking dude ever. Went from cool to cringe.
Yeah, he's a terrible actor as well.
Yeah.
He only has 2 good movies.
The best WWE actor to me is
Bautista.
Yeah.
No, man. No, I think he's fucking horrible.
Or Kevin Nash.
Yeah. I was gonna say John Cena.
John Cena, I don't know.
But he's not really
Isn't he just
diversified.
John Cena in every movie?
I heard Bautista was really
Bautista?
good in My Spy.
I don't know what that is.
That movie.
With a little kid?
Yeah. I heard he's actually like really good.
That's like a whole nother like what,
not a bad movie.
Yeah, I heard it's a good movie. Pacifier.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. I used to watch that movie all the time.
Wait, no, Pacifier was with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Pacifier was good.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's a good actor. We're talking about WWE guys. Well, he's better
I
than The
wouldn't
Rock.
say Vin Diesel's
He's
a
better than
good
The Rock.
actor. That's a very low bar though.
But John Cena in that one with what's her name?
You know Vin Diesel's group?
Yes. That is a highly insane budget for that guy to say one fucking word.
Yeah, and
that isn't like what the fuck? That's crazy. He's the best agent.
I could have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how much he's making just to say? You're paying Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
To say one word?
Yeah, it's stupid.
His agent's goated for that one. But I gotta tell you guys about Alta. Because at Alta,
uptime
matters. All right. If you have a rebuild going on and you want to speed it up, you trade for Lamar Jackson. And that's what you should do at Alta Grip. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, if you guys got something, a big project going on in your backyard, make sure you guys call Alta Rent. They got you covered. Make sure you hit them up. It's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. This is Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goff, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Buongiorno. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm the boy Eazy, joined by my man Stan Rax.
What up, though? You want to talk about good actors?
JB Smooth.
Brad
Leo.
Pitt is a fucking good actor.
Brad Pitt?
Yeah. Brad Pitt is a great actor.
Leo's like...
He's up there.
Yeah.
Like, Brad Pitt's up there with Leo, in my mind.
Yo, remember when she brought that girl here? We thought it was her mom.
Yeah.
Yikes.
She was fine.
Hopefully.
I was geeked because My favorite game ever is Red Dead Redemption, and there was a rumor at one point in time that they were going to make a Red Dead Redemption movie, and Brad Pitt was going to be John Marston, because this was before the second one came.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would have been dope.
That would have been dope.
All right, I want to talk about the whole reason why this acting stuff came up is because we were talking about the thumbnail, which included DJ Chark driving off, your boy in his feels.
Calling him fake.
And I never called him fake. Me?
Yeah. You're just like we were talking about actors, and then DJ Chark.
Oh, no. That's the homie. But how the Detroit Lions are going to address the wide receiver position, we had conversations about, obviously, the draft. I think, are we in the JSN train, the Jackson Smith and Jigba train?
I'm not. I mean, I'd rather have Quentin Johnston, but...
At 18, though?
Yeah.
Okay. JB?
I don't know. I might want to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba at 18 because I feel like Quentin's not going to be there. But, yeah. Quentin will be the one.
One of them's going to be gone.
Yeah. Chris, do we care what Chris has to say on this one? I'm joking.
I'm actually not too familiar, so I don't really have an opinion. But I'm just kind of out on Quentin Johnson just because the people that I know that have like told me about him and the numbers I've looked at. Again, if you're going to be an X receiver but you can't get jump balls, that's kind of worrisome to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I would be kind of out on it. Not saying he's
their
terrible.
Their offense wasn't really like that though. You know, their offense wasn't about deep shots or anything. It was about Max Duggan running around and hitting open players, and a lot of stuff like catch and run was TCU's.
We had a couple deep shots in Michigan.
Who, Quentin Johnston?
Yeah, but he was wide.
He had like two of them, but a lot of his biggest play at Michigan was a screen. He took like 65 yards for a touchdown.
I mean, he looked freaky out there. I can't deny that. But the Jackson Smith and Jigba, I will admit, it's new territory for me to I guess start liking the pick, and I'm not thinking of it at 6. Obviously, I think it's more of a pick 18 if he is there, and due to some of the conversations that I've had with Braylon Edwards, former Pro Bowl wide receiver, based off some film study from Steve Smith, a former All-Pro wide receiver. I had a burp real quick. Apologize about that one, but there's some rumors came out over the weekend from the NFL Rumor Twitter page.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything official, but the Detroit Lions have rumored to have made a call about Courtland Sutton of the Denver Broncos. Is that a piece that you're willing to acquire? Like, what would you think of that news?
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it at all. That's for sure. He traded his hit after the trade would be like $7 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. And he's a guy who, you know, similar to DJ Chark, he had a Pro Bowl season where he went for over 1,000 yards. Last year he went for 800 in that terrible Denver offense. He had 64 catches. The year before that, in 14 games, he had 776 yards. So
pretty good.
Yeah, he's a playmaker when you put him out there. I don't hate it at all if you go out and get Courtland Sutton. But like he's got what? Let me see. I got over the cap pulled up. He's signed until 2025. Excuse me.
What's cap hits looking like?
It'd be next year's 2023, so it'd be $7 million hit after like the trade, and then $17 million in 2024 and $17 million in 2025.
You said 17?
Yeah.
Damn. I know you got well, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm still hurt over the Chark thing. Look at these numbers. Because Chark had, like 500 yards last year in 11 games?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get the 700 and 800 is close to 1,000 if you want to, like, if you want to judge a receiver, but that's in, like, 16 to 15 games. But, I mean, he's kind of a deep threat guy, you know? Or just kind of
Sutton, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
all-encompassing. He is that 6'4" frame.
Yeah, you can he's an outside guy.
What is his 40?
I'm not sure.
JB, you mind pulling that up? Courtland Sutton 40
JB,
time?
pull that up.
Sorry, man. Do you hate when we say that?
No. You can just say, JB, can you pull that up?
Yeah.
Instead of Jamie.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
it's from Rogan.
It's from Joe Rogan.
4.5. 4.5.
4.540. Yeah, he's a big target on the outside, and he's good at receiving the ball, and he's productive when he plays. So I wouldn't mind it at all.
And I get probably that's like a lower trade, like in value on a trade. I heard that Sean Payton came out and said that he's not willing to trade either him or Judy. But if I'm trading for somebody, it is DeAndre Hopkins. I'm not even like, it's not even a thought process. It's DeAndre Hopkins. This guy is still arguably top 3 guy in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously the correct answer is draft. You want to draft somebody, but I don't think either of us are comfortable with like the draft positioning. Like you're definitely not taking one at 6. At 18, you don't know if one of the ones you truly in love with is going to be there. And I get draft classes are deep with wide receivers. This one doesn't feel like one of those.
Yeah.
But it happens every single year. A guy from the 5th round comes out, he ends up being a stud.
I think you're gonna draft one either way.
Yeah.
But like I said, you should draft a receiver like every year. Obviously not super high, but I would love to see DeAndre Hopkins on this team.
Man. Especially if you want to compete. Yeah. Like, one thing about Goff that we know. You want to say he's good, you want to say he's bad. The times he's been good is when he's had elite weaponry around him. DeAndre Hopkins, not that. And like you get the age. You can point to the age. Same argument for the Calais Campbell stuff, although this one actually even more so against that. But like he's still fucking just as productive.
A dog.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pulling up his numbers right now.
He is a dog. He goes out there and he takes care of business. He's a bully on the outside. Obviously, I don't have to explain who DeAndre Hopkins is to you if you even know anything about football. You know he's one of the best receivers in the game. So obviously I'd love to have him on this team. It would be amazing. He'd be a perfect piece to fit into that offense.
You know how I was bragging on DJ Chark's like 11 games, like 500 some yards, and I was like, that's good. And 9 games, Hopkins 717 yards.
Yeah.
And it reminds you too, like he started because of his suspension. Yeah. Back half of the season. And guess who else was semi-absent the back half of the season?
Kyler Murray.
That's with like
who was even playing quarterback? I think Trace McSorley.
Colt McCoy.
Yeah.
Fucking maybe Drew Stanton. I don't know why I'm thinking of him. It was a plethora of quarterbacks. At some point, Colt McCoy got hurt too. Like, if he's performing with those guys, Jared Goff is better than them. I know everyone thinks I'm the Goff hater. I'm just the Goff realist. Like,
I believe it was our former quarterback, David Blau.
Oh, I think you're right.
David Blau,
yeah, you are correct.
Was.
I'm pretty sure you're correct.
Yeah. And Paul Thomas, J-Mo was supposed to be a Hopkins. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. J-Mo's different. He's built different.
Completely different.
He's supposed to be Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
That's the only equivalent of like,
Hopkins is a bully.
Yeah.
Like Hopkins bullies people out of balls and goes up into triple contested catches. Like that's what he does.
And it's not
J-Mo
like
is not supposed to be a Hopkins.
And Hopkins isn't 6'4". Hopkins isn't 6'5" when he does these things. Like he's just a dog.
Yeah.
That's why when the JSN stuff, the Jackson Smith and Jigba stuff came back up, and I was like, I'm looking for a true X wide receiver.
Like McCoy.
Like Hopkins wasn't that 6'5" guy. He used to go out there grabbing balls.
He's a dog.
Pause. But JSN's supposed to be the same thing. Nah, Hopkins. I'm not trying to say he's DeAndre Hopkins, but he could be fucking good. DeAndre Hopkins only ran at 4.57.
Yeah.
It's not. He's not like a supreme
athlete.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. When he was, I think he went a 2nd round pick, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, too, for those of you like, I don't want to give up assets, I don't want to give up too much. It's gone below a 2nd round pick for him because that's what they've been requesting, and nobody's been willing to give it to him because he is on the opposite side of 30, and he has a $20 million cap hit the following season. But who gives a fuck if we're this close? If especially you Goff gobblers, if you believe you're this close with Jared Goff,
yeah,
and you have all these
that's
one-year
what
deals.
I'm saying, dude. If you're this Jared Goff stan and you don't want DeAndre Hopkins, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? If you believe the Lions are Super Bowl contenders and you don't want to add DeAndre Hopkins, that doesn't make sense to me. You think they have a chance to go to the Super Bowl next year and you don't want to add a top 3 receiver in the NFL? Make it make sense. You can't.
Make it make sense. DeAndre Hopkins, Detroit Lions, I'd fucking love that. OBJ talk, not happening. OBJ is a diva. He is the definition of diva wide receiver, and he's fucking fought a kicking neck. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
He got to get separated from Baker. If he didn't like Baker Mayfield, he's not gonna like Jared Goff. I'll put you like that.
He fought Josh Norman on the field a couple times
after getting his ass whooped.
Yeah,
he was upset about taking the L. Deservingly so, but that's not how you act in those situations. Unless, I don't know.
He saw
I was a fan of Andre Johnson beating the shit out of
that was
Courtland,
awesome.
Yeah. Or Courtland
Finnegan.
Yeah, I was a fan of that.
That was awesome. Andre Johnson was a dog, bro.
Andre Johnson was a dog.
He slept on. He doesn't get enough respect.
He was an X too. Not super fast. He just fucking had the hands.
He was huge though.
Literally.
And he had the hands.
I'm looking up how tall he was.
I'm pretty sure he's like 6'3".
Tell us about Planet Fitness.
I will, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes of the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month. But how could you pull up the Planet Fitness and forget the perks? Because the Black Card includes a lot of different perks, including hydro massage, full body enhancement, unlimited tanning, and access to upwards of 2,000 locations worldwide. So make sure you join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir-fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to WoodwardSports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to WoodwardSports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guy Spin Mo Rex, Young Chris, JB Smooth. Hit that like button, 5-star reviews on our podcast
5
platforms.
stars.
Bob's Big Boy, you gotta be trolling me right now, brother. I don't know what the hell is going on. First, you say DeAndre Hopkins injury prone. Far from the fact. He's never played less than 15 games up until 2021 when he actually got injured. And he only played 10 games that season. Then he said he hasn't hit 1,000 yards since 2020. He got injured in 2021. And then 2022, he was suspended. So that would, you're cutting your season in half there. That would make sense, right? And he still almost hit 1,000 yards last season. Again, context of having shitty backup quarterbacks the whole second half.
Yeah, and not playing the whole first half.
I don't. Come on, brother. We got to be better than that. We got to do better than that. I saw something else, too. Someone said trade for Jeffrey Simmons, draft a wide receiver. I think it's the opposite. I'd rather trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
And draft Jalen Carter. I would, too.
Yeah. Hopkins, I know the value of him is at least below a second rounder. Jeffrey Simmons, I can't guarantee you that. That's a top 10 guy at the position. He's going to get $20 million, and that's like multiple years at $20 million, or possibility of multiple years at $20 million. Where D-Hop, have him $7 million this next year following the trade because of dead cap, whatever, and then $20 million. Then I'm done. I mean, I think it works better the other way. That's my opinion on it, though. D-Hop turns 31 this year, older than OBJ. Again, the age shit. Any age stuff, take it and shove it up your assholes. There's means nothing to me when I have, if that's the age and the guy's still productive, cool. If we're talking about the wide receiver position and maybe we're talking 34, 35, then yeah, I think age is like a bit of a conversation.
Yeah.
But at 31, that's not, no, you still can perform at 31 years old. Larry Fitzgerald just retired, although a bit of an anomaly. At the end of what, 36, 37?
Yeah, Larry Fitz was different.
T.O. was still out, like still talking about he could play right now.
Yeah.
Beat Tyreek, I mean a little bit of a head start, but beat Tyreek Hill in a race.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill was like, fuck. Like, the age thing, up until like 34, 35, then we can start having those conversations about wide receivers. And it depends on like their injury history too. Like Julio Jones, like you can talk about his age because his body's been beaten and bruised. He's been, you want to talk about, injury prone, that's a guy you talk about. That's like
Devontae Adams is 30 years old.
Yeah.
He's still the best, if not the second best receiver in the NFL.
That's a great fucking point.
Like, you don't want Devontae Adams because he's 30? Was that what you're telling me?
Yeah, the age thing really isn't a thing outside of like, I don't know, running backs. And then injuries is part of the conversation too. Like, how healthy has this guy been throughout his career?
Yeah.
I'm taking a 30-year-old DeAndre Hopkins over A lot of wide receivers.
Yes, 1,000%.
Without any
1,000%
questions. 10,000%. But that's how I address it. Speaking of, we talk about wide receivers, but who wants to guard them? Listen news about Jeff Okudah. Do we have a graphic on this one?
Yeah, there was a graphic. It was just Aaron Glenn and what he shared, his thoughts about Jeff Okudah. And he said, but there's always going to be peaks and valleys when you play that position. You try to stay at the top as much as you can, but it's hard. It's hard. But I'll tell you what, he is busting his butt. He is trying his best.
He's trying his butt off.
He's trying his butt off to be at the top of the peak all the time.
Getting old, dude.
Because that's what the big question was, where is Jeff Okudah going to shake out in this new Lions secondary? Where is he going to be after you get a guy like Cam Sutton? After you bring in DJ to more likely play the nickel? After you bring in Emmanuel Mosley, who should be healthy and ready to go? Where do the outside receivers or the outside cornerbacks of the past land for the Lions? That being Jeff Okudah and Jerry Jacobs. For me, I think Jeff Okudah starts week 1 because I'm not sure if Emmanuel Mosley will be 100% and be ready to go by then.
Mm.
But I think Jeff Okudah will be starting, but he's going to have to earn it. It's not just a guaranteed like it was last year. Like last year, you looked at that cornerback room and you're like, yeah, all right, Jeff's got his spot. Yeah. Now, you're going to have to be fighting for minutes out there. You're going to be, and it's going to bring the best out of everybody for sure.
Yeah.
But, man, it's going to be tough for some of those guys to see the field with the talent that you brought in.
Because it's still even quite possible the Detroit Lions draft a cornerback, and maybe not even the first round, but quite honestly, I can see as high as the first round or even high as the second round. And those guys are promised to remain on the roster just because of the investment you made into them. It's going to be, we're going to see the best version of Jeff Okudah. I'll tell you, I'll put that out there. I guarantee you that. Because I don't think he's going to crush under the mental pressure of having to compete with these guys. I think he's come back from a lot. And I think part of that, a lot more pressure comes from us, the fan base. And I'm not even, maybe I'm doing a few shots here and there, maybe because it's just easy jokes, you know what I'm saying, low-hanging fruit. But
it's easy, man.
He's been heavily criticized unfairly, in my opinion. He didn't choose to go number 3 overall. That was Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't choose to be injured. He didn't choose to lose a lot of that experience coming into the league. But I think he showed you this year that he's more than capable of being like CB2. I'm never going to go out there and say he's CB1. Did he look like it at times?
He did.
Yeah. But I think that shows you he's at least CB2.
Yes.
And we're going to find out what he is this year for damn sure, because he's going to go in there, he's going to compete. And our defensive coordinator is a former DB himself, and I think he's going to have the eye for whether he's going to start or not. I could see him starting earlier on in the season, just because of Emmanuel Mosley maybe missing a little bit of time in OTAs and learning the defense versus Jeff being there. Emmanuel Mosley's time to compete is going to start right at training camp, and maybe as the season goes by, it flips towards him. We'll see, but this is going to be the best version of Jeff Okudah.
There's no room for error this year.
There's not.
For any of the cornerbacks or any of the secondary players.
Mm-hmm.
There is no room for error. Because if you go out there and you get burned, you blow an assignment, you got legitimate pros waiting on the bench to take your spot. So you need to go out there and you need to be what we saw out of Jeff Okudah in the first 10, 12 games of the year. He was playing great ball and he looked good. But like I said, there's no room for error. There's no padding anymore. It is get it or get off. Pause. It's about being there and producing, or you've got guys behind you that are chomping at the bit to take your spot. Because you brought in 3 starters in that secondary, and you don't have room for all of them.
One funky Lions.
Play.
What was that drop?
I don't know.
I didn't hear it.
You got to be ready to play.
I mean, facts.
Facts.
But one funky Lions fan. Eazy, by that logic, Ermanni should have been a star last year. What?
By what logic?
Yeah, because I'm telling you, there's more competition in this locker room. That's that wasn't the case last year. Ermanni was for sure starting. Jerry wasn't healthy to begin the year. You could say there was actually, at one point there was a camp battle between Okudah and Will Harris.
Yeah.
But let's be real about that. We were all surprised by that conversation.
We were very surprised by that.
It's not the same scenario at all. He is in there battling out. Because the other thing too is you got to remember that CJGJ played the nickel spot, and that's a spot that I thought that Sutton was going to play, because that is a spot that Sutton did play. Although versatile, he could play everywhere.
Yeah.
But the competition all across the board, because now Sutton's more than likely going to be bumped out to the outside, because you have both your safety positions locked down between Tracy and Kirby. So I don't think CJ is going to hold down a safety spot. I think he's going to be your nickel. So outside, you've automatically bumped out Cameron Sutton, who's getting paid $11 million, a new acquisition.
He's starting.
The smartest guy in the
Yes.
he's for sure starting.
1,000%.
And it's that CB2 slot that you're now going against Emmanuel Mosley, who's been a starting quarterback in the #1 defense in the past 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's
You're going to it's between
different,
Jeff
yeah.
Okudah, Emmanuel Mosley, and Jerry Jacobs for that CB2 spot.
And that's I'm basing his best year. I think we're gonna see his best year based off the brand of competition we're gonna see. He's gonna be, like you said, there's no room for error.
Mhm.
You have to be the sharpest. You have to be. He's gonna be nasty. Not only that though, too, he's actually learning from veterans in that locker room.
Yes.
Beforehand, there was some guy like Mike Hughes was there.
Mhm.
That's really it that I can think of off the top of my head.
Trufant.
Desmond. No, I think Desmond was gone his rookie year.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was there his rookie year. Either way, like that's really the only like names you can mention that's worthy of mention. Even Mike Hughes was like always kind of a nickel guy too, like
Yeah.
one of those little guys. Like that's a different brand of football he's playing versus 6'1" Jeff Okudah who could jam you at the line.
Yeah.
That we've seen him do against the Justin Jeffersons of the world. Like I think you're gonna see the best version of him. But the only sad thing about it is like it may be the last time we see him in the Honolulu Blue.
I would
don't
be
know
very
his-
surprised. Like I can't see him staying. I can't see him wanting to stay. Honestly.
That's where I'm into. Like, why would he want to be here?
Yeah.
After all the abuse, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want a fresh start somewhere else?
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you guys he's gonna be fucking locked down #1. But I think we're gonna see the best version of him due to the competition and due to the veteran leadership that he finally has in his career. That was never the case before, ever. Matter of fact, like when they traded Darius Slay, everyone knew they were gonna go. And they signed Chase Daniels too, the largest backup QB contract ever. But either way, everyone knew that Jeff Okudah was going to be the guy because there was nobody in the fucking locker room.
Yeah.
He's never had competition. He's never had veteran leadership. And the only competition he reportedly had was Will Harris. Will Harris. All due respect to Will Harris. Cool dude. Chopped it with us.
Very cool guy.
Really, really cool. Stayed after all his boys left. He was still kicking with the heavies. But, like, come on. That's like, and
Now
even
you
he's
got-
more of a nickel cornerback when he transitioned.
Yeah. Like Will Harris is a good depth piece. I like having Will Harris back there. He is a guy that you can move around and play a lot of different spaces. But there is legitimate cornerback 2 competition now with Mosley, Okudah, and Jerry.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see who wins it out. I assume it's gonna be Okudah to start the year. I would
Yeah.
be surprised if it wasn't Okudah week 1.
That's where I'm at too. Because like again, he proved to you he could be fucking nice. And matter of fact, like last year, he was forced to be CB1 from the very get go. He's forced to be CB1 before he was even ready.
Yeah.
Even last year, somehow like
On an
sophomore year.
island, too.
Yeah. Although I will say, the guys coming out these first rounds lately, forced to be CB1s, showing up.
Yeah.
Stepping up to the challenge. I'm
Well,
talking
they're
about
also put in better situations with better defenses.
Derek Stingley.
He wasn't great last year.
Yeah.
He had a decent year, but he wasn't great.
Better than Okudah was though. His first year.
Okudah, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. But he didn't pick me at #3. Like he didn't ever fucking. Obviously he said that to get the bag, but like he didn't pick himself.
Mhm.
He's just here now. He's part of the team. And people should be rooting for him.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, people talking about trading him. What's his trade value?
Yeah,
I'm curious what you think his trade value is. 2, look at the contract. It's fully guaranteed. We have to work something out with whoever they trade him to anyway. But whose read is it?
Your read.
My read. They still might get a cornerback. I feel like I use this line every day.
Wouldn't be surprised.
For some insurance.
Yeah.
Everybody here's on 1-year deals, including Jeff Okudah, and that's why they should hit up my guy Mark at Swiss Insurance. That's again at Mark. He's with Swiss Insurance, but hit him up at Mark at SwissINS.com. Brad, if you're listening, as I feel like you often do, because after the Calais Campbell meeting stuff came up, I'm too nice for you guys to be doubting me at this point. Hit up Mark at Swiss Insurance. Brad, he'll hook you up with the next guy to pick up at cornerbacks. Border Heavyweights, we'll be right back.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. I just sent that to Chris in Slack, which is why I was a little late.
Good timing. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. Leave us a 5-star review on any podcast platforms you guys are listening to. Young Chris, JB Smooth, One Funky Lions fan. I finally scrolled up to your comment, and you said, to my point, that Ermanni would look good that year. You said he looked good at a few games last year at CB1, so he should make good for CB2. No. Spinny and I actually, heading into the season, we had a conversation that you thought Ermanni should be on the top 100 players, and I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like he got more lucky last year than he was just in the right place, right time type thing. I don't think that Ermanni had a great year, like against a coverage corner. I think he just was in the right spot, right place for a lot of those plays, and happened to pick off the ball. I mean, there's a 3-13 football team. I can't. No, I don't. I think Jeff Okudah last year had a better year than Ermanni did, despite obviously the interceptions. But as we know, sometimes those come with a little bit of luck. That's just actually all turnovers, really. The one turnover that we had, was it Dalvin Cook that fumbled on that one? Vikings at home?
I'm not sure.
Or Bugs just knocked it out? That was one, when that turnover happened, that shit blew my mind. I mean, obviously I'm happy it happened, but turnovers just feel that way sometimes. I mean, they are actually luck. Do you see Goff saved by a lot of the interceptions that's dropped by him? Did you send the picture?
Yeah.
What you guys got going on there?
Yeah.
I can only drag this out so long. I go to JB. What do you think with Jeff Okudah?
What do you mean? Is he staying? We trading him? Or?
I mean, I don't think we're trading him, but do you think he can start next year? You think he's just delegated to the bench?
I don't think he's delegated to the bench. I mean, he's really going to have to show out in training camp and everything, as you guys said, just because you have to come in here and basically you have to earn your playing time. It's kind of like how Deion Sanders was talking about his players that he has right now. He has them going out there practicing so much that you have to earn your jersey number. Like, it was enough that you got drafted, these young players coming in right now. Yeah, you did well in college and made a name for yourself, but your journey doesn't stop right there. You still have to earn your playing time once you get to these professional teams, because as you know, there's still other players right behind you, hungry, ready to hop on the field and take that spot that apparently you think is just owed to you right there, which it really isn't. So you have to come out here and play every single down. You have to compete every single time you're out there. And if the coaches don't see that, then yeah, you're going to be delegated to the bench for the rest of the season.
Yeah, especially in this regime. Like they point blank have told you guys that. And we moved on from like the thinking that they only draft like gun-ho character guys and only want to acquire gun-ho character guys, because it's not the case. When we look at Jameson Williams, which we're going to discuss a little bit more in depth now, because not only has it been liked every single Lamar Jackson tweet, although we've gone public and clips have been made and it's been spread, people know he's doing this.
Yeah.
He continues because not only did he like an Instagram post,
Yeah.
The courtship.
He commented on it.
he commented on this thing.
Twice.
Ganger. I was thinking
Second
danger.
pick.
He
Fire.
said second pick fire. And the
Two,
second
he
pick,
commented twice.
That's what I'm saying.
And he has a burner account too. He picked the one verified with the fucking check mark and everything.
and the second pick is Lamar in a Lions jersey. How do you feel about that?
At some point, I mean, you know how I feel about it. I get it. Like, in a vacuum, you're taking Lamar Jackson over Jared Goff 10 times out of 10. It's just not even close. With everything like you said, like if you get Ben Johnson, Jared Goff, and the rest of this offense versus just Lamar, then obviously like the answer is the team and Ben Johnson. But this is Ben Johnson and Lamar Jackson. Like, I get it. I get it. he's not the only one to do this. Like, at some point, people have to fucking remember that Jared Goff and a first-round pick was attached to make the trade for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like, I don't want to abuse him anymore. I think he could be a good quarterback. He has been. He had a very, very good year last year. Very good year within a system.
Jared Goff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Great
at
year.
some point, in
He had a great
situations
year.
where the system breaks down, like you like to have Lamar Jackson. At some point, when your assistant who made the system has to, he graduates to become a head coach, you want Lamar Jackson to save you when you don't have that guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what it is. I mean, Jared Goff's teammates on the Rams Super Bowl team, after he left, were making comments like, "Yeah, we upgraded." Like, "Yeah, finally," and shit
Finally
like
got a
that.
quarterback.
One of them became a Detroit Lion, Michael Brockers.
Yeah.
Like, these are guys that play with him. But it is mad disrespectful. I can't lie. For a guy who hasn't, like, made a name for himself in this league yet, to, like, be disrespecting his starting quarterback like that, like, that's wild to me. But maybe he knows, like, I'm going to be here long after Goff.
He's going to be here
Man, fuck,
once
dude.
Jared Goff is gone.
Do you think that's a common, like, thing in the locker room then, too? Like, for him to be, like, this, like, vocal and...
I mean...
Or do you think he's just fucking wild or stupid? Like, what is this?
I don't know.
This is crazy.
People must know. Maybe he's just a fan of Lamar.
Yeah.
But it was hard not to be a fan of Lamar after everything he did at Louisville and then his MVP season, for sure. But man, it's kind of disrespectful. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
mad disrespectful. I mean, fuck. There's a world where he may know something that we don't know, but
I don't think that's what it is.
I'm trying to find something for him though.
I don't think that's what it is.
Trying to find something for him. Or maybe he's just that. I mean, he is a wide receiver. Wide receivers do tend to be divas. He may be so much sure of himself that, like, yeah, I'm gonna be here long after Goff is gone. Like, maybe he's assuming, like, yeah, they gotta upgrade this position at some point, right? Like, we're gonna get somebody who could throw me the ball when I'm wide open against the top passing defense in the league, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe he's thinking
Now I
that
have to
stuff.
wait 10 seconds so the cornerback catches up to me and knocks it away, right?
I gotta wonder what Jared Goff thinks when this stuff comes to him, right? I mean,
Jared Goff probably doesn't even notice it. He's a professional. He's a very professional.
he has
guy.
been very, very professional. That's one thing you can't say.
I guarantee he doesn't let that shit get to him.
I don't know though, because 2021 was fucking rough, and that was after, like, if we want to give, we can't give Jalen Carter the human element. A lot of the same people that love Jared Goff want to give Goff the excuse of 2021 leaving, like, the best situation he ever had.
Yeah.
Leaving sunny California. Like, oh, come on, guys. Like, you got to give him a year to prep mentally. But they want to fucking bash on Jalen Carter's pro day after literally losing a friend for eternity because he's dead.
A week later.
Well,
that happened months ago. Yeah,
but having it resurface and then, like, drop his draft, all that stuff like that, like, you got to meet in the middle somewhere there. But no, that could hurt him. I don't fucking.
One
This is
funky
crazy
Lion
to me.
fans. J-Mo didn't get invited to throw with Goff and St. Brown. That's cap. He didn't go. If Goff didn't invite him, that's fucking stupid. He just didn't go. I guarantee he got invited.
I mean, maybe he just didn't go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
with you.
saying. He just didn't go.
Chark went, and he was, he didn't return to the
He's
team.
a Panther now.
Yeah.
If you're not inviting J-Mo to go there, then you're an idiot.
I guarantee you invited
I
J-Mo.
died 1,000% he invited J-Mo.
I really wish I was, like, tight with these guys, like, to ask somebody a question, like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, what do you guys think
what's
of this
going
shit?
on with J-Mo?
This shit is, like, out of pocket for sure. For sure.
It is a little disrespectful, but, he's a young guy. Maybe he's just a fan.
Yeah, that could be that. Oh no, it's a Lions jersey, bro.
He was in a Lions jersey.
It's not happening. He's not coming here again, man, unless he knows something we don't. And I'm not even saying necessarily Lamar Jackson. Like, again, like him surviving Goff's contract in a Detroit uniform.
He will.
He's that.
1,000%.
We said the night he got drafted, he was like this nice piece that Jared Goff still utilized in the intermediate routes. But, like, I think the plan is to get somebody who could hit him deep too.
Mm-hmm.
Although Goff did have a good year deep as well. But that's Ben Johnson.
J-Mo is going to punk himself out of a career, says Doughboy Steve.
I don't.
You guys need to calm down.
You
with
guys know
that
some
shit,
calm
like,
soft stuff
yeah.
with this stuff, man. Bob's big boy, J-Mo. I'm not even reading that out loud because I don't even want. No, you can see the comment. I'm not reading that one out loud.
Yeah.
This isn't like a J-Mo thing though. Like, again, this persisted with the LA Rams team, Super Bowl LA Rams team. Like, They were happy to upgrade.
Yeah.
A first-round pick was attached to Jared Goff. To get Matthew Stafford, who was an upgrade over Goff, which, let's be real about Matthew Stafford, he's good, but he wasn't.
He's not elite.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
As much as somebody might say contrary to that at this network, he's not. Stafford isn't elite.
Yeah.
But he got the job done.
I mean, the only thing, this is my only concern, with all this disrespect, and I hope that Jared Goff is, and I think he is.
Y'all are being wild in the comments.
Enough of a professional to like overlook that when it comes to like hitting him.
Oh, he is, for sure.
Situation where we need to like win.
Jared Goff doesn't throw the ball to J-Mo because he got his feelings hurt because he liked the Instagram post. Then he's a bitch, but he's not going to do that. Jared Goff wouldn't do that.
No comment. I'm not getting myself in trouble, man.
I'm just saying, if you're
right.
professional,
No, you're right.
You're a professional quarterback and you're best. If you're not throwing the ball to Jameson Williams because he liked the Instagram post about Lamar Jackson, then you're a baby back bitch. But he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. I don't believe Jared Goff will let it affect him like that because he is a professional. He wants to see the team win, so he's going to hit J-Mo when it's open. Even though he liked the Instagram post about Lamar Jackson.
Bob's big boy, you're on some big clown sauce stuff, my brother.
Yeah, that was it.
J-Mo for Cup just put the icing on the cake for me, brother. I know that was
super clompish.
That was mad clown sauce.
Hashtag clown sauce. But let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. You can come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard.
Corner, jumper,
Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World of Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. My boy Eazy, Joe, my guy Spin More Racks,
What up,
Chris,
though?
JB Smooth. Hit the like button if you haven't already. 5-star review on any podcast platforms. Sue you. We want an all-white team. Get Cup, Goff, and McCaffrey. Brother, we're Super Bowl bound. I know Sue you's joking, but that's how you guys get in there.
I know.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit of that energy.
It's
not
getting
gonna
a
lie.
clown sauce in there. You guys gotta relax. All right.
Yeah.
We had some basketball in the prep. I dismissed it. Chris, I know you had actual.
Well-
you convinced me of Jaden Ivey that you met yesterday.
Yeah, I met him yesterday, and you know.
Did he say anything about me?
I tried to smooth over, the relationship. I think he's cool. But he shouted out Woodward Sports. He didn't shout out the heavyweights specifically, but
why?
I told him shout out heavyweights, and he was like shout out Woodward Sports. And I was like, okay, maybe it's a little frosty there, but I'm starting to rebuild the relationship. But no, I think your main issue, correct, with Ivey is that he just doesn't fit next to Cade because he needs the ball in his hand, right? Like the usage part of it is an issue for you, right? Eazy?
Yeah, I think I want Cade with the ball in his hands. I want Cade.
Right.
I wanted another shooter and a longer body to defend the guys like Giannis and Cade that was in our division at the time. I mean, Giannis is obviously still there.
But the main thing would be just him having the ball
The
more
fit.
than Cade, and that would be kind of your issue. Well, I'm looking at the stats, and Jaden Ivey's usage, because usage is a stat that measures plays that are used for you, all of that, ball in your hands, and he's at 24.7 right now this season, which is a season, mind you, pretty much without Cade. And I looked at the last two championship teams, last year's finals roster, Golden State and Boston, And both of those teams, the number 2 guy was, for the Warriors, it was Clay at 29.6 usage percentage, and it was Jaylen Brown at 30.5 for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying, is that we've argued this before. Cade is not going to be Luka or Harden, where it's just extreme otherworldly amount of time with the ball in the hands. You need that other guy. You need that other creator, that other scorer. And Ivey can be that. Now, can he be the second best player on a championship team, which is what these 2 usage percentages showed for Jaylen Brown and Klay Thompson? I don't know. But I'm saying that him in a year without Cade, so he's obviously getting more usage. He's doing fine. So I don't think that he's going to be a Russell Westbrook where he's just going to absolutely stall the offense and make it stagnant and be just an issue. Because historically speaking, I mean, Jaden Ivey's usage percentage is right now about what a second or third option is on a championship team. And if he is a second or third option on a championship team, then maybe, that's fine. That's fine. He's not taking it away from Cade.
So one of my favorite things to say is wings win you rings.
Right.
How tall is Klay Thompson?
6'6".
Like 6'7", right? Like how tall is Jaylen Brown?
Like 6'6".
Yeah, like 6'7", 6'8". I think they're both 6'7". And then another thing too is who do you think's are JB? Can you just dunk on Spinny real quick and Google Jaylen Brown's height and Klay Thompson's as well? And then also, so I classify them in the wing area, right? Mm-hmm. Or at least they can fit that role if they need be.
Oh, for sure.
And then, real quick,
Klay Thompson's 6'6".
You'd say those guys are better shooters than, obviously, Ivey's a rookie, and he's shot better than expected.
Right.
But I'd say those 2 are better shooters as well.
Yes. Jaylen Brown is 6'6".
I don't think that's right at all.
I just Googled both of them and it said 6'6".
I'm gonna look it up
I
myself.
actually thought Jaylen Brown was a little shorter, like 6'4".
But am I correct in the 3-point percentage?
Yeah, but your issue. Well, I should say you have multiple issues with the Ivey's fit next to Cade. But if the one that I've heard you hammer home with a lot is just him taking the ball out of Cade's hands, and that is directly kind of correlated with usage. So there's obviously many factors to it. Yes, he's got to improve on his 3-point shot. He's not the biggest guy, but if you have, say, Brandon Miller that you could get in the draft, a 6'9" wing, then you have Cade, who's a bigger guard. You have
Brandon
him.
Miller really
you
bad.
have a lot of options. Like Ivey doesn't necessarily. Ivey could be your second scorer and not your second defender. You know what I mean? Like there's ways around this.
It's not like taking the ball out of Cade's. Obviously, I want Cade with the ball, but I want Cade with the ball with guys that are capable of like knocking down those catch and shoot threes, which is was a knock on Ivey coming into the league. Has he been a better 3-point shooter? Yes. And I've seen him shoot the ball on catch and shoot threes as well. But it hasn't been like consistent. It's been really, really dicey, and that's where I could kind of pick apart the argument. Is I feel like one, they fit the wing role or wing mold. Apologies in terms of like Jaylen Brown and Klay Thompson. Then 2, they're also better 3-point shooters. They could do that catch and shoot role, and that's where the fit is for me when it comes to like championships, like wings win you rings. You picked both those teams in the NBA Finals last year, correct? Right. And Jaylen, I'm sorry, Ivey doesn't fit that mold. But look, man, it is what it is. He's here. I'm rooting for Ivey. I want Ivey to be great, and then the way I'm looking at him now is a D Wade, I guess. I need him to jump up on the defensive side because I don't know if he's going to be there at the 3-point.
Yeah. And again, I'm just saying, like, there are so many ways around this. With Cade being a bigger guard, he can have the responsibility on offense of a guard, and Ivey can be more of a 2 guard, whereas like Clay is a 2, Jaylen is a 2/3, but they more often operate like bigger wings. There's a lot of ways. Cade's skill set gives you a lot of versatility. He's bigger. He's also a great ball handler, a great playmaker. He's good on both ends of the floor. That affords you the luxury of getting a guy like Jaden Ivey, who is has some different skill sets than Cade. Again, so I don't think that it's something that you could end up being right, but I'm saying that be right now.
Usually
it's not something that is a big deal, especially the usage rate stuff. Like I'm not really worried about that, because I think that was my biggest fear with Ivey.
Yeah.
Was him becoming Russell Westbrook, him to a Kevin Durant, where it's just like, oh my God, dude, like it's the fourth quarter and really like you're the guy that's like trying to take over when we got the super duper star next to you. Like that was kind of my fear. But Ivey's, I have faith that Ivey's going to be okay because Ivey's usage rate would have been a lot higher, I think, if he was that kind of player.
Yeah, my beef was never like so much like usage rate. I've never like, I was never like what I'm like leaning towards is like shooting, like wings when you ring thing. And and then there's a conversation to where like I try to like help because I want to be comfortable with the pick, and then it turned to like me saying maybe Cade can be the Jalen Brown or Klay Thompson. But then even then, like I like the ball in Cade's hand because I think everyone in this room would agree Cade's the better playmaker. Cade has like the higher basketball IQ. And although I think we've been impressed with Ivey's rookie season, I think factually you look at what Cade was as a rookie, and again, number 1 overall pick, I get it. And everyone's for sure would say Cade's better, but there's a difference. Like one guy you'd rather have the ball in his hands because he proved to you you're going to win more games with Cade, and he's going to outperform Cade. Versus Ivey having an opportunity to fill the role that Cade had last year with maybe even a better roster, I'd say, with Bojan and Wiseman and Duran. And it's to a lesser result. And I'm not even trying to like black and white that one up at all because it's a bad team at the end of the day regardless. But I would just prefer the ball in Cade's hands in every single situation because of those things.
I agree. I just think they can fit.
But hey, we're gonna find out, man.
Well, that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. For the men on my left, Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the 1s and 2s. I am Spencer Exter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.